Hello and welcome to the fifth and final episode of this Aldershot Town journey. Experiment, I suppose. It's a journey and an experiment. And as you can see, we're in 2030. We've forwarded 3 years from last time, which was 2027. And as you can see, Aldershot Town are still in the Sky Bet Championship. They've not moved. They've not gone to the Premiership. And by the looks of things, they last time we saw them, they come 7th. They come 7th again in 27-28, but were 1 point less. Okay, drew one and lost one more than last term. And then 28-29, they come 4th, which is a massive improvement. So, which means they obviously got into the playoffs. And then the 2029-30 season, the season that's just gone, they come 9th, which is pretty bad. A big jump from 4th to 9th. So they're sort of going back to around when they first started. So is that a managerial reason? Is that a transfer reason? Have they lost money? This would be interesting to see. So let's have a look at their overview. See, this is gone from there to there. That's pretty bad. They still got Paul Cook as manager. That is incredible. I didn't think he'd last. I thought they would have got rid of him. But in fairness, he's kept them stable, I suppose, except for the season just gone. So he's sort of, doing a good job. In fairness, really, because Aldershot in the Sky Bet Championship, he's sort of doing what's asked of him, I suppose, and just staying in the top half of the table. Let's go to their schedule. So we left them at the 2027-2000. I think we left them at that season. It was, wasn't it? It was this season we left them at. So this was the season they come 7th again, which it's a bit average, really, isn't it? Look, they didn't start off very well. Out of the League Cup, won their first game on 14th of August. There's a bit of red, there's a bit of green, not many yellows, which is good. Sort of kept the green there. It's not that they were bad. Look, they lost there, and then 3 games later they lost again, so they weren't losing all the time. Let's go down. See, again, they sort of kept it stable until January. It's pretty bad. Red, yellow, red, red, yellow, red. I can imagine Paul Cook was on the verge there, getting the sack. But he turned it around with a couple of wins and a loss and a win and a draw. 4 losses on the bounce. I'm really surprised he didn't get the sack. Really am. But then again, he done it again. He turned it around and won 5 games on the bounce right until the end of the season. So that's pretty good. We lost in the FA Cup 4th round to Liverpool away. Again, that's a pretty good result away, really. It's not like we got walloped, thrashed. So let's go forward. Now, this is the season they come 4th. Now I'm intrigued by this. I want to see what happens here. Started off pretty well. Friendlies were pretty well. Went out of the League Cup first round again. Seemed not very good at that cup. See a lot of green, some red. Looks like there's some green lower. Look at this run from the September until November. Literally, they won every game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the bounce, on the trot. Then they lost, drew, lost. Started winning again. And they draw in, and then they lost on the 1st of January, on New Year's Day. They lost. They won in the FA Cup 3rd round. They won in the FA Cup 4th round. This is looking interesting. Again, they started to lose in the Championship, and they lost away to Man City in the 5th round in that season. So they went 1 round further, but lost to Man City away, which is a pretty shame, really. They were drawing 1-1 up until the 62nd minute. But again, it's not a bad result. And then the Championship, green, yellow, Wow, look at that. So from the 17th of February, they lost in the FA Cup 5th round, but then they just went on this massive, great big mission of just winning and drawing, no losses, got into the playoffs, beat Swansea at Swansea 1-0. That is a brilliant result to beat them in their own dung heap, and then they lost at home 2-0. What is that about? Really? That is just absolutely ridiculous. They should not have lost that. Let's go season ahead. So the season just gone, they finished 9th. They started off pretty well. Look at that. Won the League Cup first round, lost in the second round away. Not too bad. They were 2-0 down most of the game anyway. The one goal they scored was a consolation goal, and then they went on this sort of terrible downward spiral. 4 games, then a win. Some more green coming in, which is good. Green, red. They drew the FA Cup 3rd round against Aston Villa away, and then they lost to them at home. We scored in the 2nd minute. We scored way too early. Wow, look, and you can see there's still green coming through in 2030. Yeah, so you can see why they finished 9th for a very inconsistent form. And well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games from to the end of the season, they drew 3 and lost 2. That is pretty bad. Again, I'm surprised he hasn't got the sack. That's this season. So let's go to the stages. We'll go to that one. That's where they finished 7th, and then they finished 7th again. Sheffield United went up as playoff winners. And then we lost to Swansea. That would have been a Swansea-Cardiff playoff final, guys. That would have been massive. Absolutely huge. And Cardiff obviously won. God, poor Welsh fans out there, but especially Swansea. But we come above Swansea and they beat us. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. And the season just gone. Wow, that's appalling, really. Absolutely appalling. Finished 9th. Let's have a look at their transfers. Let's go back to this season. We want to look at Aldershot's transfers, not the Championship transfers, what we're doing. Let's go to transfer history. So 26-27, they spent 4.5 million. That was the last season we left off with them. Whoa, 32 million they spent in their season. They come 7th again. So that didn't make much difference. Not many big players. Cameron Watkins, he's at Derby now, and he's only worth 475,000. What? So they bought him for 8.5 million from Wimbledon. He played 10 games. They loaned him out to Crawley, who obviously didn't want to keep him. Come back to Aldershot, and we gave him away for free. So his contract must have run out. Wow, what a loss. £8.5 million, and now he's only worth 475. Gutted. Let's go to the season. 7.5 million. In their season, they come 4th. They only spent 7.5 million, or 7.2 million, sorry. Tyrese Campbell, he's still at Aldershot. He's not. Well, he come to us for 2.3 million. Wow, he was rated at 11. He seems to have dropped form since he's been with us, really. I'm sure he's getting enough game time either. Let's go to the season just gone. They spent 28 million, and they spent 9 million on Stuart Rogers. This guy better be pretty awesome. No, not really. 10.5 million. He's not really done much. Just below 7 rating. You want him to be above 7 for 10.5 million. Crazy money, absolutely crazy money. And then have they bought anyone so far? No. Jordan Hefferon, goalkeeper. Okay, not too bad, I suppose. Jury's still out on him. Let's go to their club details. Reputation of 5,917. Club attendance is about 11,000. Finances, they've still got a lot of money. 623 million. Transfer budget's good, wage budget's good, no sugar daddy, facilities are a lot better, Capacity's 13,000 now, 8,000 seating capacity. So, if you think about it, we gave them £1 billion. In my eyes, I think this experiment has not ended well. I think they should be in the Premiership by now. We started, when did we start here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seasons, and they have not gained access to the Premiership. I think that's a failure as an experiment, and I'm pretty gutted being an Aldershot fan myself. So what we should do is end this experiment and start a new one. So thank you for watching this series. If you've got any comments, please put them below. If you want this series to continue, then please comment below and we can, if there's enough people that ask. If there's something you want me to do, experimental wise, then please comment below. If you like this channel, then please subscribe, like this video and share it with all your friends, because they might want to watch it. But at the end of the day, this is the last episode of this series for now. I'd like to thank you for watching and look forward to seeing you for the new series that I've got planned. Thanks guys, and have a lovely weekend. Thank you.